Hey guys, this is Mark with Crew, and I wanted to give you some specific tips about how to spend time with God. For a lot of you, you've never really done this before, and so I wanted to give you some tips. So we're going to break up into 3 sections. 1, read the Bible. I suggest you start with 10 minutes, and I would suggest that you simply pick up your phone and tell it to set the timer for 10 minutes and go from there. Read the passage and then ask these questions. First, what is the main thought in the passage? What is it even saying? And I want you to write that down. Get a book. I like getting a real paper notebook. That's how I do it. And write out the thought. And if you don't want to use a real paper book, you can use your notes app in your phone. Either way, whatever works for you. The main thing is whatever keeps you going. The next question you want to answer is, what does this passage teach you about God? Everything it says about God, just start writing down a list. It says God is holy. It says God is just. It says God is whatever. Write those things down. What does it say about God? What are you learning? You're building a relationship with God here. So let's see what God says about himself in the Bible. And the last question is, how does this apply to you? What does it tell you to do? Is there something that says you should do this, or does it say something about you? Write down anything that applies to you. How do you want to take this home? What do you want to do with this? So that should take you through 10 minutes. You want to actually write those things down. Don't just think about them in your head. You want to put them on paper. That helps you remember it more and wrestle with it more. Now, if you set your timer for 10 minutes, that's great. If you need more time, just set it for 12 minutes or 15 minutes. As you grow in your ability to do this, just set the time for a little bit longer. God's not so much worried about how much time you spend with him. He just wants you to get to know him better. Once your Bible time is over, you're going to want to move into prayer. So then what you want to do is pull out your prayer list. You could have that in a couple different places. One, if you have your journal, put it right in the back. Just start writing prayer requests right in the back. Anything you can think of, anything you care about. What I love about this is you can start asking people, hey, how can I pray for you? I pray every morning. What can I pray for you about? You got 5 minutes here. You can pray for a lot of people. So ask your teammates, ask your classmates, ask your teachers, how can I be praying for you? Ask the lady the waitress or the lady at the checkout counter, how can I be praying for you? What's your name? Start asking people, how can I pray for you? And start writing them down and pray for them. Just list them out. Go through them. Pull out things that you learned in your Bible reading. What did you learn? How do you want God to work in your life? God, help me want to love you like this person in this passage loves you. Use your prayer time. And if you can't pray 5 minutes, that's totally cool. Cut it short and move on. You can use your timer for this too. After you're done with your timer for your Bible study, just set your timer for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever you've decided to pray for. And I tell you what's better for this is praying with someone else. Sit down and pray with someone else and go back and forth, and the prayer time kind of goes like that. The last thing is share. So you got read, pray, and share. Don't pass this one up. Get on your phone and social media, text somebody, go talk to your neighbor about something. Tell them what you learned. That's a big deal here because it helps solidify in you what you're learning and how you're growing. And it helps those around you to know that, hey, this God thing is important to them and maybe it should be important to me. Go to the videos that I'm putting out and post under there, post online and anything you're reading. Make this a part of your regular routine where you're sharing what God is teaching you. Now, if this spending time with God is a struggle for you, here's an idea. Go to school 20 minutes early with a friend, sit down at a table and do it right there every day for the next 31 days. If that's what it takes, do that. And it's not too late. Go find a friend and bring them into this. This is what they need too. It's a 31-day experience that will draw you closer to God.